So I don't really know how to react to this because there are just certain things in life that you don't screw around with, you don't make fun of. I believe one of those is things that people can't change. Right, if you're born with a screwed up face, that's the way God made you, and I don't think people should give you crap for it. Then again, you can't control what people are gonna do, and you've gotta be able to rise past it. The reason why I'm saying this is there is a group of people who are taking the Trump assassination attempt as an opportunity to say that it was staged. Now, I wanna start this off by saying something very simple. If you're just stupid, like legitimately stupid, like you have an IQ of a 4-year-old, I won't even make this video. If you haven't done any research, if you haven't looked at the news, if you haven't seen the aftermath of this, and you're sitting there saying, well, oh no, this was staged, you're legitimately the definition of a stupid person. So I just want to throw that out there because people aren't screwing around about this. People aren't joking, people aren't having fun, people aren't doing this whole, oh, it's no big deal. So there is a group of, I don't know who they are. I don't want to know who they are. It looks like it's at a high school football field. And they're remaking the events at Trump's rally. Check this out.
Hold on, let me taste it. Ooh. Where you get that from? Hey, shit, this is for my birthday. Oh, we gotta celebrate this. You got that ketchup for the birthday? Yeah, put your fist up.
You thought that was funny? Okay, cool. So explain this to me then. If this whole thing was staged, how did someone in the crowd get a headshot? He's dead. Was that staged? I mean, you can see the video. They're pulling him off of the benches. His brain is all over the place. I'm not gonna show it for the people who just can't handle seeing that stuff, but you can see it clear as day. The dude is dead, but y'all are saying this is staged. Well, why don't we go deeper into who this man was, because I think he needs to be honored.
Brought his family to the rally, and tonight his family says he died jumping onto his loved ones to protect them from the gunfire. Here's Whit Johnson.
At the Buffalo Township Volunteer Fire Company, black bunting hangs in honor of 30-year veteran Corey Comparator.
He's a guy with a smile that lit up a room, volunteered here for years, doing life-saving stuff for complete strangers, putting his life on the line.
Corey's uniform still on display in his locker next to those of his fellow firefighters. Corey killed in the chaos while shielding his family.
He was protecting his family from the bullets that were being fired, and he lost his life. God love him.
Corey was a girl dad. Corey was a firefighter. Corey went to church every Sunday. Corey loved his community, and most especially, Corey loved his family.
Oh, I got chills, man. Now I'm gonna read this because I think everybody needs to hear this, especially the people who think this is staged. I believe this is his daughter. Yesterday, time stopped, and when it started again, my family and I started living a real-life nightmare. What was supposed to be an exciting day that we had all looked forward to, especially my dad, turned into the most traumatizing experiences someone could imagine. He was the best dad a girl could ever ask for. My sister and I never needed for anything. You call, he would answer, and he would do whatever it is you needed. And if he didn't know, he would figure out how. He could talk and make friends with anyone, which he was doing all day yesterday, and loved every minute of it. He was a man of God, loved Jesus fiercely, and also looked after our church and our members as family. And there are people out there who are saying this is staged. What do you have to say to Allison, this entire family? He took one to the dome, no question about it. What do you have to say? And before you go deeper into this, oh, it was staged incident, I know you're probably gonna come out with something like, oh, well, they purposely missed and they shot someone just to make it look legit. No. And then we got another lady who thought it was staged, who has nails longer than the list of Joe Biden's lies.
I mean, it's a little weird, you know, that this is America and shooters don't miss unless they're hired to. People often flee the scene of a shooting, but these people did not. Instead, they crouched down, not enough to protect themselves, just enough so they could keep recording. And when they saw that the Cheeto Puff was okay, they erupted into applause, and the Secret Service still did not rush him off a stage because there was no active threat perceived, even though it had not been declared that the shooter had been apprehended. And I'm just wondering something that I can't say out loud.
Oh, that's cool. You're like all fancy with your nails and your cup, and you think you're just the most intelligent person in the world. If I can just say, ma'am, we can sit here, you and I can have a conversation and say, well, this is how I think it should have gone. But President Trump, you're not going to control that dude. If he wants to go up there and fist pump to the crowd, he's going to do it. I mean, a couple of the people were women up there. You think they're going to stop him? You think they can overpower him? No. And you know, I'm going to go deeper into this Trump thing. I'm going to have a couple of videos on it, but listen to what Joe Biden says in his address.
I want to speak to you tonight about the need for us to lower the temperature in our politics. And to remember, while we may disagree, we are not enemies. We're neighbors, we're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we're fellow Americans. We must stand together.
Oh, okay, man. You want to come together now? I think it's a little fucking late for that. Someone, I can't confirm it, tried to assassinate our president. And you think we're just going to be like, oh, okay, man? Especially after you said this the day before.
Most importantly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Trump is a threat to this nation.
Joe, look, I know you're incompetent. You aren't that old, but mentally you are old as shit. So I'm going to try to explain this to you in a way that you can understand it, because I doubt you're going to really understand much of how psychology works. Let's make this simple for you. If you and I are in my living room and somebody is walking up to my door and you say, that guy is a threat to this household, what do you think I'm doing? Do you think I'm sitting there like, oh, well, I guess we'll just wait and see what he does. Hopefully he doesn't shoot me. Hopefully he doesn't shoot me, shoot my dog, whatever else. No, I'm probably grabbing a gun, right? I mean, that would be the natural thing to do. Having pride in self, wanting to protect myself, people around me. So when you say this, what do you think some dumbass kid is thinking? Oh, well, maybe I need to go do this. Maybe this is my calling. You're garbage, man. And now you're walking it all back. And that is a coward's game. Own it. You made your bet on this. Own it.